Chip Waller. I'm often asked about owner financing or a lease with an option to purchase. Well, what is a lease to option with an option to purchase? Well, we start with a lease, which means you'll enter into a lease or a landlord-tenant relationship wherein the tenant is taking occupancy of the property and agrees to pay a certain monthly amount per month to move into the property for a specified period of time. The option is an agreement by the seller that locks in the purchase price that allows the buyer to buy the property during the term of the lease for a fixed amount of money. Depending on the negotiations between the landlord and the tenant, a certain amount of the monthly rental payments can apply to the purchase price. This is usually negotiated, and I'll be happy to discuss with a landlord or a tenant as to how much of the monthly rental should apply to the option price. But it is the buyer's option to purchase that is a right and not the seller's. Occasionally I'll hear from someone who says, well, I want a lease with a lease purchase agreement. I will not write a lease purchase agreement because they're considered a contract to purchase and are required to be foreclosed rather than going through an eviction action, which is the advantage of a lease with an option to purchase, is that if the tenant fails to make a payment, then you go through the eviction process, which takes approximately 30 to 45 days. If you have a lease purchase or you hold a note and mortgage, that process is probably 6 to 9 months before you can get your property back. I also recommend, whenever you're dealing with owner financing, to use a lease with an option to purchase if your purchaser does not have a very large payment to put down. If they have a small down payment, well, then you will want to go with a lease with an option to purchase rather than putting them title, because you always need to look at what your remedy is in the event they fail to pay you. And so therefore we use a lease with an option to purchase so that you can obtain your property back and do something else with it, such as sell it or lease it to someone else if the tenant / borrower or purchaser does not make their payments. Whereas with a mortgage foreclosure action, you're going to be tied up for an extended period of time. If you're interested in any kind of owner financing, a lease with an option to purchase, or financing with a note and mortgage, give me a call at 847-2288. Thank you.